Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Today I'm back in Daytona Beach, Florida, and this time I'm checking out a 1950 Huckins Offshore 48. This is an excellent opportunity to become part of the Huckins family, and this time this one's up for sale for under $100,000. The owners are currently asking $99,000, and for long-term viewers of the channel, I actually reviewed this boat last year, but since then she's been under some maintenance, and she's also relocated to Daytona, so I thought we'd take another look and share it with you on the channel. This one's had several upgrades over the years. In the 1980s, she had the superstructure completely rebuilt. She's had extensive planking, framework and windows, all rebuilt as well. The engines were replaced in 2004, and generator was replaced in 2005. And last year they replaced the turbochargers on those engines, as well as polishing the fuel tanks, those new raw water pickups for the AC and generators, those new AC ducting, there's a new fresh water pump, the Vacuflush plumbing and pump system was replaced, and much more. And this one has got a very unique layout to it. She's an absolute beast of an offshore fishing boat, and she's ready to take you fishing with very little time, money and effort involved. There's plenty of room in the aft cockpit for fishing. There's rod holders throughout. You see that there is a bimini canopy here if you want to put some chairs down and just relax instead. And in terms of fishing or cruising, I love how wide the deck space is. I also love that there's solid handrail throughout, and there's also grab rails that it makes it very easy for moving along the side of the boat. You always feel safe and secure. I was impressed with the finish. All the bright work and all that paint and woodwork should stay good, considering that she's under undercover storage, so that way it avoids most of the Florida sun. On the bow we do have the anchor and the electric windlass, and then as I pan round you can see just how much deck space that we have. You also see that classic elegant Huckins design. This coach roof in front of the wheelhouse, this would be perfect for sitting out or laying out, both when you're underway or if you're at anchor. And I love the large windows that's on this one. You'll see the advantage of that when we go inside, but there's plenty of light that comes through, as well as plenty of visibility. And then at the lower helm, I love the fact that there's still that classic elegant design, but there is also modern electronics that's been installed here, so you get the best of both worlds. You've got your analog gauges here, giving readouts including the fuel tanks and water tank capacity. You then obviously have all your engine instrumentation. And this one is equipped with the Simrad autopilot. It's also got the ICOM M402 VHF. Over in the corner we've got the Garmin GPS map 4208, and that's a multifunction display that includes a chart plotter, GPS, radar, things like that. I also like the clear space that you have here. It'll be easy to lay charts out whenever you're navigating underway. And although we do have a flybridge on this one, there's so much visibility, it's like standing on a 50-foot centre console. You can see right round you. That makes it easier for berthing and close quarter manoeuvres. And if we take a few steps down into the forward accommodation area, I was really impressed with the headroom in here. I'm roughly 6'2" and I never had any issues at all. On the port hand side you see here we've got a little desk area, and that could also double up as a navigation station as well, working on your charts and logs. Then we've got an L-shaped seating area with a little dining table as well, and there's storage underneath these seats. We've got a drinks cabinet here in the middle, and then we've got another sofa on the starboard side, and again with more storage behind the seats. And as we move forward, you can see we've got the galley in the port hand side. You've got a lot of drawer space, lockers and cabinets, and these all lock into place so that nothing opens while you're underway. We've got the double stainless steel sink. You get the gas cooker and oven here with a 4-burner stovetop. And you've got built-in refrigeration. We also have a microwave oven up top. And then we've got the famous Huckins Fairform Flyer mural up here, and that includes the launch date for this one. So this is hull number 48-236, and she was launched on the 15th of May in 1950. And I like the fact that overhead you do have an opening hatch, not only for natural light and ventilation, but also if you are cooking, that's a great way to get that fresh air on board. And then on the bow we've got the forward cabin here, and there's 2 bunks. There is also a large freezer up here. You also have locker space and also access to the windlass itself. And again, you've got another opening hatch overhead. This would be a very easy boat to live in for an extended period of time, including heading offshore where you wouldn't be in a hurry to come back in. And then on the starboard side we've got the heads compartment, and I like the fact you do have the separate toilet and shower section. And there's also plenty of space in here for your toiletries and personal belongings. And if we make our way through the saloon back up to the wheelhouse, and if we head aft, this will take you to the owner's accommodation area. And one thing I like about this section is you're roughly in the middle of the boat, so if you are spending the night at anchor, you're not going to have the water lapping on the bow or the water lapping on the transom, so you should have a perfect night's sleep in here. So this section has 2 berths, and there's plenty of headroom in here as well. There's plenty of storage underneath both berths. And as you can see, this is an ensuite cabin, and it's got a toilet, shower, wash hand basin, and again plenty of storage for your toiletries and personal belongings. And as I pan round, you can see the other bunk here. It's a very spacious cabin. You also have additional drawers between the 2 bunks. And this cabin actually has 2 entry and exit points. It does lead out towards the aft cockpit. And as we head down that way, you can see here that we've got a large locker space. And this has got plenty of hanging locker capacity to make this an ideal liveaboard or extended cruiser. And then if we head out this way to the aft cockpit, you can see just how much space that I was showing you earlier that you have out here. And this has got the davits on the transom for your tender, as well as a bimini canopy as well for extra shade and protection. And as I pan round once again, notice just the finish that's on all the paintwork, woodwork. This one's just ready to go. She had a lot of time, money and effort invested into her. And this one has the advantage of having a flybridge on board as well. If I'm honest, I'm limited in how much I can show you from up here because we are under undercover storage, so the mast has been dropped, and also there's not a lot of room to manoeuvre up here. However, you can see that we've got the helm seat, but you've also got seats on either side, so you're probably going to have 3 to 5 people up here. You've got plenty of storage. And you've obviously got your full engine instrumentation, but you do have a good arrangement of navigation equipment, including the Garmin GPS Map 4212, the ICOM VHF radio, Simrad autopilot. You got a digital compass up here, you got an audio helm, multifunction display, and much more. And you can cruise under the flybridge bimini canopy as well for extra shade and protection up here too. And one thing I love about the Huckins designs is the engines are under the aft cockpit, so it's very easy to get access to here to do any maintenance or upgrades and things like that. And what you're looking at here is a pair of 2004 Cummins 6-cylinder 5.9 litre diesel engines. These have got V drives and they have got approximately 330 horsepower each. And the engine hours is somewhere around the 2100 mark. These will give you a cruising speed of around 16 knots and a top speed of around 22 knots. And for a boat that's now 72 years old, she's got a very clean, a very dry, and a very well presented engine compartment. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments in this one. If you could go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'd also like to thank Joe for allowing me the opportunity to come on board and take a look at this one to share it with you. I appreciate your time in watching this video. I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.